What up?
Nice to have you guys. Zondo Commission.
Yeah,
Man. So let us know, man. Who's Zondo Commission? Who's playing what? Who's who? You know. And then man.
Nice. I'm on the drums. My name's Chris.
My name's Peter. I play guitar.
I'm Luke on the bass.
Nice to have you guys. So how long have you guys been acting? Like, as Zondo Commission, as a band, like, what's been, like, how has it been like?
So we started jamming together about last year, if I'm not mistaken, and then we had our first gig in October.
A year ago.
Yeah, so around about a year ago. Yeah.
First gig last year, October. And where was that?
So we had that gig at in Soweto. Yeah. So it was like I think it was these others. Yeah.
Dope. Who else was playing there? Who you guys? How was it like?
Yeah.
For first show, actually, in Soweto, that must have been crazy. It takes a while for some people to go down to Soweto. But I think you've been there, right?
Yeah.
So for you, it wasn't new. How was it for you, homies? Going to Soweto to play for the first time. I don't know if you've been prior to that show. So.
Yeah, no, it was a vibe. Because when we went to Soweto, Abdullah from 21 Children, this is a show that he was organizing. We were chatting with him, and then he was like, you guys can come down, we have like a slot for you. It was Abdullah from 21, right? Yeah. So then that was pretty fun because I'm from KZN originally, so I just moved up here to study. So I'd never been to Soweto, so it was my first time, and I think as an introduction to Soweto, it's pretty nice, you get the like alternative culture, the skate culture, so that was pretty cool. It was a great lineup there. There was 21 Children, and who else did we play with?
Might even have been Aura Electric.
Yeah. I think so. I think I came to that show actually.
Yeah.
I did catch you guys playing, but I was lurking.
Yeah, you were looking from a distance.
Lurking in the shadows. It was fun though to watch like from a distance.
Yeah.
And then both of you guys are from Durban though. So,
Yeah.
But then you guys played plenty of shows so far since you've been in Joburg. And then so is the scene different from Durban to here? And then because I know Soweto and like the north and all the other places are completely different. So what's that like for you guys? Like what are the things that you find interesting?
It's definitely way busier this side. There's a lot more shit going on. In case there's like nothing happening really.
Yeah.
The odd show here and there,
but it went through its phases. Like for example, I had like a band called Static Cat back in the day. Well, like it's still kind of going, and so we were playing more in the more recent wave, so like post 2019, where it was like a lot quieter in Durban. But I know Chris, you've been playing there for like a while. Back in the Winston days and everything.
Before COVID, it was a lot busier than it is now. But even then, it was still just like one venue, the Winston.
They checked out, right? So they kind of killed everything. Fucking it's fucking smart, man. So I want to know, how did you guys get into the rock and roll? Growing up, I used to have this misconception that all white people listen to rock, right? And then I go around, I'm like, do you know this band, man? And they're like, nah, man, I don't listen to this stuff. So I'm assuming everybody has some sort of story of how they got into the thing. And it's always interesting to find out what sparked people's interest to get into the thing. If we can talk a little bit about that. Let's find out what your cat's journey is, because I know you've already mentioned you've played in another band. So I know you've played in another band. And
I've been in a couple.
For
me, my homie was looking for a bassist for a band that he was starting, and I just lied to him. I was like, I can play bass.
And you never looked back.
I bought a bass, and in 2 weeks I had basic skills to
and the bass chooses you, right? Once the bass chooses you fucked, my man. There's no looking back. That seems to be a common bass player story, there was no bass player, because that was the same for me. Initially I thought I wanted to play guitar. I was like, you know what, I want to be a guitarist, or I want to be a vocalist. And then the homie was like, nah, we already got the guitar covered, my dude. You need to play the bass. But it's been great, man. I never look back. I was like, actually, this is the one. So I guess there's some truth in it. The bass chooses you, my man.
Yeah, for sure.
How did you get into the thing?
So I started, so back in the day when I was young, and the school I went to, it was a small school, and they had guitar lessons for the senior primary kids. But it was fun, but we only ever learned 4 chords in a whole year. So then a couple of our friends, when we were a bit older, were like really keen to start a band. So we didn't know, no one could like really play that well. So then we all just, the 3 of us, it was like, there were 3 of us. So then we got together, we were just kind of pointed, we're like, okay, you can do guitar, you can do bass, I'll do drums. So yeah, that's how I started. I started off with drums. And then it was very much like growing up high school band. So we just played in like small venues in the town. So that was fun. So yeah, I definitely started off when I was young in primary with like my friends.
So yeah. Apparently 4 chords is all you need though. You got 4 chords, figure out and make it good. Yeah, 4 is a lot. 2, man. If you can play your minor chords, move them around, you're fucking good, man. That's the song, you know? How did you get into the thing, man?
I always wanted to play music in some form, but started playing drums when I was about 14. And at that point I didn't really know what kind of genres I was into, but just through jamming with other musicians and experimenting, got into the heavier kind of music. And, yeah.
That's a long time. So that means you got a lot of experience with you, man.
Yeah, I got some experience.
Yeah, that must be helpful, right?
Yeah, quite.
It's fucking great. But also, like, it's great that you went to a school that has music. A lot of people don't have that. You know, it's a privilege. Some people pick it up when they're older, and they're like, I wish I learned this thing like earlier. You know? And so, man, big ups to your parents.
Yeah, it's really that.
It's fucking great. And then, do you guys have any music out as Zondo Commission? Have you guys released any stuff? Are you guys working on any stuff?
Yeah, so we're working on like a 4-track EP at the moment. So we've got, we're gonna retrack some stuff, but we've got basically all the recordings like lined up. So what we want to do is just mix it, master it, release it. So we're hoping by the end of the year that can be released. Yeah.
They get tricky these dates, right? So we don't want to ask for a date.
Yeah,
it's kind of like chasing it. It's like unnecessary pressure because now you're like, fuck, we sent this to the people, and now we need to put this thing out. And shit doesn't work like that. There's always like challenges with like release dates and all of that. That's understandable.
So we'll definitely confirm more closer to the time. But at the moment, just because we're still in the like recording process, we'll hint here and there.
Also, it's nice. Like there's like a little revival of like a lot of like bands that haven't been around, right? And I know like you guys have been playing like separately, like different bands and whatever. But there seems to be like a resurgence because the thing kind of quieted down a little bit. I feel like everybody's stoked like to be out here and like playing. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. And the Cats 21 children are doing shows too. So there's like a little more stuff going on. So what's been your guys' like biggest highlight like so far? As Zondo Commission, which shows like stood out and you were like, this is fucking rad.
Yeah, this is very chill.
All the Soweto shows are dang. It's always a party. Like, it's a good time.
Yeah,
people are always stoked also.
Yeah. It's also just so friendly and like warm and inviting. So that's why it's so cool,
And all the people you don't think will come to the show are always there. People don't even listen to rock, but they're very supportive. The community is very like supportive, which is great. Great. So.
And the DIY scene is really cool as well. Because with the DIY stuff, you know that everyone there is going to be ready into it. You know, there's no one who's just looking for a night out or whatever. It's people who search into music.
That's fucking dope, man. That's fucking dope. I'm trying to figure out where we're taking this thing from here because it's informal as fuck, bro. But so how did you guys find out about this Soweto Punk show? Like, did you get a call from Tsebar?
I think you.
It was me actually, right? Fuck, yes, fucking terrible that time, man. I've been doing all of this fucking talking. Fucking hell.
From the very start.
Right? It was me this entire time. Just doing a lot of stuff at once. Yeah, but we're pretty stoked to have you guys, man. You know, I'm excited more than anybody else, actually. So I think it's going to be a great one. So I don't know, man. Is there something you want to tell the people, let them know before we shut this baby down? Or?
Alright, so definitely please come through the show. It's going to be so good. We've got Shameless, we've got Aura Electric, we've got Weird Fruits, if I'm not mistaken.
Strange Fruits.
Strange Fruits.
We keep getting it wrong too. Niggas give me some they gave me some hard time. They're like, nah, man, rightfully so though, because I'm like, no, that's not what it is. So at least we fix that, so people will know. Strange Fruits,
and then you got Zondo Commission. And yeah, it's just going to be such a vibe, you know. Soweto is always good because the people are friendly, it's welcoming, you know, you're under that sun, so you just...
is cheap.
The booze is cheap, as like
everything is cheap, accessible.
Yeah, so everything's super accessible. And it's always like, because of the warm environment as well, it's always nice because people just chat to each other as well, you know. Yeah. You get to see great bands, but then you can also talk about music because you feel comfortable in that moment, you know. So yeah, super stoked for it. Also, it's just a great way to, because it's like at the end of the year now, such a great way to transition into the next year. I think it's just like a sign for what 2025 is going to be.
It's going to be great because we have a lot of more things like that. So we definitely see new cats again, man. It's going to be a good time.
So it's definitely the start of something like big.
You guys have any other shows besides this? Anything coming up where people can check you guys out?
So I don't want to disclose too much yet, but we do have a show in December. So it's this organization called Biggie's Corner. So they do a lot of like intimate shows, but they're like opening it up a little bit now. So that's going to be quite big. I'm sure the organizer's going to drop some news soon, but yeah, we've got the Soweto show coming up, and then in December we've got a Biggie's Corner show. So that's going to be great.
Okay, last question before we close it. Like, so the music for you guys, like personally, because I know everybody has a different take, right? So what is it for you guys? Like, is it like, are you guys using it as a vehicle to like drive some sort of message, or like, you know, it's different for everybody, which is pretty cool. So like, I'm interested to find out like what the thing is. Like, is there any reason behind it? Like, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be political. I mean, sometimes people make music to make people feel good, which is still really great because the world is stressful, man. Mm-hmm. So some people write it just to give people a break, to be like, you know what, man, I know you've been working hard, so now you can just relax and enjoy yourself. So I want to know if it's something you guys ever thought about or shared.
So at least for us, I think that the music we write, because for a long time we couldn't necessarily categorize ourselves, because it'd be like, oh, there's elements of psych, sometimes there's elements of punk. So when we get together, we kind of just write, you know, we bring ideas together and then we smush it together, then something comes out. So in terms of our writing process, it's very much experimentation, trying new things and just having fun with it. And then in terms of performance, because it's so like strange and new to some people and different, it's sort of like just presenting something interesting, like an alternative to people, you know. Yeah. It's like it's a cool sound, but it's like you can try doing it like this, you can do it like that. So yeah, for us it's just about like creative expression and having fun, you know.
It's always refreshing if someone has a different approach. You want to say something?
Yeah, I think at its core, we're just friends who really like to make music with each other. We want to share that music that we're creating with like.
And it's always great to work with people you really like, right?
Yeah.
It's not just work. You don't want to run out of the practice room like, fuck these times, get this shit is done. You want to hang out and be like, actually, this shit is fun. Yeah. Okay, so what are your guys' influences? What music do you guys listen to? I know they're broad as a motherfucker, and most of the time, like people who listen to like a broad variety of music, you can tell from their composition style, and their music is usually different because like they're not boxed into like a certain sound and whatever. So I'm just curious at this point. I know we're supposed to be done, but it's the last time. This is a motherfucker.
I mean, for me, my biggest inspiration is the other bands that I've played with. You know, it's like the local bands. Like, nothing has really like given me a creative boost like the local bands. Like there's the OCs and King Gizzard and all these kinds of bands, but that's just like a very surface level type thing. Because the thing is, for me, music is really like community, creativity, expression, and discovery.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. Yeah, I think Chris is right on that point because there's something definitely different about actually seeing music live as well, especially within your own community. I remember the first time when I moved to Joburg, I hadn't heard like a lot of live music, just a bit here and there in KZN, but a lot of it was very much acoustic based. Then I heard Shameless and it was just like insane. Also just from like an African background as well, you know, like the stereotypical stigmas of if you're African, play music like this, but then to see people like venturing out and just being themselves and playing, it's just so good. So that was great. And even in terms of from KZN as well for me, because I was so used to, KZN has a very much like acoustic market, which is cool, that's the thing. But remember watching Mouse, Chris's other band. They're like very like psychedelic and crazy. And to see something that wild coming out of where you're from is just so inspiring. So yeah, definitely live
playing
music.
in the same band after that.
Yeah,
You know
just
what,
naturally
man? So that's a great feeling though, also to work with people you admire.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
when I play with people that like I've been looking at from a distance, so it's like I know I'm not that good, but fuck, man, I'm stoked. Like you actually forget about all of that shit because the shit is so much fun. You just like that's great, man. It's great.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if there's any other word you guys would like to give out before we close this baby down.
Yeah, just from my side to end it off, please come to the show. It's gonna be really great. And also follow us on Instagram. So Zondo Commission Band. There we can post updates, just give you videos on who we are. And you'll know when we're dropping the EP as well.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks so much, man.
For taking your time to come see us. Appreciate it, man.
Thanks for having us.
You feel awkward together. That's fucking nice. No. I got last question. You feel awkward together.